Namaskara Karnataka. Hegidira? I hope you're all doing well. During these distressing times of COVID-19 pandemic, I would urge you to stay safe. Please use masks, use sanitizers, and maintain social distancing. And do take your vaccines on time. Now, with that note, let's begin our discussion. Today, we are going to talk about an initiative called as Beyond Bengaluru Initiative. Recently, a meeting took place of KDEM, Karnataka Digital Economy Mission, in Mangaluru, and Mangaluru is one among the three tier 2 cities which will spearhead the entire Beyond Bengaluru initiative. So, what would be the agenda of today's lecture? We are going to understand what is this Beyond Bengaluru initiative? What is this initiative a part of? A bigger mission or any other scheme? We'll try to understand that. And predominantly, our focus would be on Mangalore or Mangaluru, why it has been selected, what is the speciality of Mangaluru, and how it can become the second biggest IT hub of Karnataka after Bengaluru. So all this information will be given in this lecture. To get it, please stay tuned with me on Study IQ. I am your friend Rahul Saigaonkar, and if you want to follow me, you can follow on this particular ID at the rate Rahul Sai 222. My Telegram channel is with the same ID, where I'll provide you the presentation of this particular PDF on Rahul SAI 222. Please remember that. And if you're preparing for competitive exams like UPSC Civil Services or Karnataka Public Service Examination, we do have state PSC courses. We have a KPSC course, and a lot of discount is running till September 30. Please do avail those discounts and avail the services. Right. Let's begin the discussion and let's talk about a program. Right. We are going to talk about Karnataka Digital Economy Mission. Right. Now, what is this mission? Under this, we have something called as the Beyond Bangalore initiative. And I would urge you to go to this particular website to get more and more details about this, karnatakadigital.in. This is the Karnataka Digital Economy Mission, which was launched in 2020. Please remember, from prelims perspective, from MCQ perspective, if a question comes, Karnataka Digital Economy Mission, it is an organization under Section 8 of the Companies Act. Yes, it is under the Karnataka Act. It is one organization. Please remember that. And what are the pillars of this particular Karnataka Digital Economy Mission? Let's talk about that first, because you will find this Beyond Bangalore initiative as a part or as a pillar of KDEM, Karnataka Digital Economy Mission. As I told you, this was announced in 2020. It's a government and a private industry mission where the government representatives and the private sector will collaborate to ensure that IT and ITES services in the state of Karnataka would be grown more and more investment goes into it, more companies start. Now, this Karnataka Digital Economy Mission, it is going to work under 5 verticals. One is innovation and startup. The second one is developing products and services. The third one is electronics industry, EDSM, electronic systems design and manufacturing. The fourth one is Beyond Bengaluru initiative, which we'll talk about. And the fifth one is talent accelerator. And please remember, this Karnataka Digital Economy Mission, it has got certain targets. And I would request the students to do remember these targets also. Many times in KPSC, such questions also come where they specifically ask about the numbers and the figures and targets. Please remember, the aim of Karnataka Digital Economy Mission is to reach $150 billion of IT exports, create 10 lakhs jobs by 2025, and also to make Karnataka a $3 billion economy by 2025. Right. Now, let's talk about this Beyond Bangalore initiative. What is this Beyond Bangalore? And please pardon me if I use Bengaluru or Bangalore sometimes, because it's the habit that we have been using Bangalore. Sometimes it does come. So please pardon me for that, right? Let's talk about this Beyond Bengaluru initiative. Again, Karnataka Digital Economy Mission, it will tell you what is this Beyond Bangalore. The name itself suggests we have to look beyond Bengaluru. Now, we all know that Bengaluru has been a hub of IT. It's the core of IT/BT in entire India, isn't it? You'll find almost all the IT companies here in Bengaluru. But what apart from Bengaluru? That's the question for Karnataka. And that is why we have started this Karnataka Digital Economy Mission to look beyond Bengaluru. Basically, the focus will be on tier 2 cities, right? You can see here, it is going to promote emerging technologies in clusters beyond Bangalore, that is outside Bengaluru, increase the demand for IT services, increase the talent availability, ensure that the talent is used, and the focus would be on tier 2 cities. And recently in Mangaluru itself, there was a meeting of this KDEM. You need to remember that till now, 3 offices of KDEM have also been opened, and the focus area for this KDEM is 3 tier 2 cities. The chairman B.V. Naidu has highlighted that 3 clusters would be created, one in Mangaluru, one in Mysuru, and another one in Hubballi in Karnataka. These 3 tier 2 cities will spearhead the entire Beyond Bengaluru initiative, where they are going to attract global capability centers to establish their offices. Big IT companies, big BT companies would be invited here in Mangaluru, Mysuru, and Hubballi to set up their offices and to bring in more and more investment. So let's hope that in future this does happen and these 3 cities would become bigger sectors. Now, the question arises, what is going to happen in Mangaluru? Mangaluru is being projected as a financial technological hub, that is a fintech hub. And now it is being expected under the KDEM that more than 150 companies would be set up in this coastal city of Mangaluru, out of which 3 would be large companies, around 30 would be the medium companies, and 120 mid-sized companies to be added in the next 5 years by 2025-26. That's the hope, that they are inviting more and more investments in this city of Mangaluru. Now the question arises, what is so peculiar about the city of Mangaluru that investments would come here, right? For instance, we know about Bengaluru, right? Bengaluru is a metropolitan city. A lot of population is there. People are there. Huge number of engineering colleges, technical colleges are there. Medical colleges are there. That means the talent is available, the work is available, and the government policies did promote IT sector in 2000, right? The SM Krishna era, it did set up the entire IT establishment or IT setup in Bengaluru. We know that. But now, why Mangaluru? What makes Mangaluru so special? Now, let's look at that. See, first of all, the location of Mangaluru is here on the western coast, right? It's towards the western coast of Karnataka, a very important city. It is quite accessible by port, right? It has a major port in Mangalore itself. Apart from that, it is also connected by railway lines. It is connected to Bengaluru by railway. It is also connected to the Konkan railway. We know that Mumbai-Mangalore railway passes through Konkan, and the Konkan connectivity is there. Apart from that, there is also an airport in Mangaluru, and we do remember the infamous incident in Mangaluru where the airplane overshot the runway, right? Again, from that time, it has been quite safe here in Mangaluru. We hope that more and more security, more and more development does take place at this particular airport. So the unique selling proposition for Mangaluru, first of all, is its connectivity. Apart from that, good weather is already there. Coastal area, yes, a little humid, but still, apart from that, it also offers a very good, unique proposition that it has very rich academia. Now, if you look at Mangaluru, you will find Mangaluru and in and around region, you will find more than 20 engineering colleges. Some very well-known medical colleges, right? There is Kasturba Medical College, there is Father Muller College, there is Manipal University near Udupi, right? Manipal University, Manipal Medical Colleges, they are very well-known. Now, if this academia is connected to industry through the KDEM program, don't you think it is going to create a great hub for development in Mangaluru? This cluster is going to be really successful. So let us hope that Mangaluru, which has a great potential to become second largest ITBD park in Karnataka, it excels, right? So I told you our prime focus would be with respect to Mangaluru, but what is happening with Mysuru and Hubballi? See, first of all, with respect to Hubballi, you need to remember that more and more investment is needed, more and more focus is needed here. So the next focus would be on Hubballi. But with respect to Mysuru, it already has a head start in comparison to Mangaluru. But in recent times, an office of KDEM has been opened at Mysuru. Apart from that, Mysuru, Bengaluru, the roadway, it is being converted into a 10-lane, and Mysuru and Kodagu also is going to be connected by a 4-lane highway, which is a very important development. So let us hope that this entire program of KDEM, it transforms these 3 tier cities, and let us hope the government also focuses on the northern Karnataka side, that is the Hubballi Dharwad side. If any development, any news comes on that, we will cover it as soon as possible on Study IQ. But that is it right now from my side. Thank you for watching. Jai Hind.